Okay, so if you're watching this, my apologies. This is my first time streaming anything, and I've only just got sorted through the technology. But I put it on a 300-second delay, so hopefully there won't be any interference with the game. And if anyone's watching it, it's old news, anyways. Whatever happens. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, and I'll try to commentate a little. Hopefully my technology works. I guess we'll see. Right, and we're waiting for one in the can. All right, first map is Cursed Hollow with blue on the ban. Waiting a while for the ban. All right, Uther's out of the game. No Genji as well. Boy, everyone's sure taking their time with these picks. Okay. Zarya and an Uther ban for blue. Red running out of time. Vala Ariel combo. So Red just made their intentions clear. It looks like they're going to use Ariel for the healing and Vala for all the damage and wearing the hat. Varian Greymane, so Varian could be the tank in this case, and Zarya really can't solo tank all that well, so that makes sense. Maybe they'll try a taunt and then Greymane dive for vulnerable targets, because Greymane just pumps out the damage later game. And no Malf this game. Banning a healer. Smart move. They already got one, so they're not limiting themselves. Let's see who blue bans. Probably a tank. Maybe an ETC or a Johanna. Especially if they're going twin blade variant, Johanna would be a good ban here, I would think. Anub'arak, okay. That is one of the go-to bans these days. He is quite powerful. Now, what's Red going to pick up to assist their healer and assassin? Well, I need some meat. Oh, Dahaka Li Ming. Okay. Li Ming's got all the burst damage and firepower, but will be vulnerable to Greymane, and right now they don't seem to have any CC except for Dahaka's grab. Well, Red will probably also need another tank. Blue desperately needs a healer or two at this point. They got a tanky team so far. And they do have some CC with Zarya, and especially if they go taunt Varian. Right, well, Stukov and Lunara for some damage. Not bad choices, I don't think. The Lunara gives them a fair bit of poke, and they got Varian doing the tanking and Stukov doing the healing. And what's Red's final pick gonna be? Probably a bruiser of some kind, because they have 3 ranged. Maybe a tank. You could go with an Artanis or a Johanna or an ETC. Even a Sonya would be pretty good. Probably something a little heavier, a little more tanky than a Sonya, though. Let's see. Ah, Diablo. All right. So Dahaka will do the stalking. Diablo will do the grabbing and pulling around. And for the other team, Greymane's going to be their main damage. Lunara can do a lot of poke, and then Greymane will finish off, I guess. So if they can taunt with Varian and have Greymane dive, Stukov can silence to get rid of the escapes. So there's no... If they taunt Vala and then silence her with Stukov's W, and then they can maybe single out someone. Not bad picks by anyone. Fairly well-rounded teams. I guess we'll see what happens. 2 tanks apiece, a healer apiece, and 2 damage apiece. Okay. For the blue team, we got Chonzi on Varian, Terror on Zarya, Darzol on Greymane, Ian O'Neill on Stukov, and Mr. Nice Guy on Lunara. We got Desgen on Dahaka, Ranja on Vala, Cryo, sorry, on Diablo, Malucho on Oriel, and Babaker on Li Ming. Everyone is dancing. Standard, everyone gathers in the middle and fight. Whoop. And there goes Terror into some trouble, but tanky enough to get out of it without any major problems. Everyone's throwing in all the spells and coming back to health. Up top, it looks like Lunara and Dahaka are going at it. Both good solo laners. Lunara can just poke Dahaka down, but Dahaka actually has ways to kill large amounts of minions and heal. Yep. Loads of shields. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty boring fight as well. Whoop. Oh. Fantastic snipe there. That is Greymane down for the count. The grab and pull back. Slammed him against the wall. Well done. A far red team. Ooh. Ooh. Looks like Zarya's just tanky enough to get out of that alive. Chonzi and Dahaka down bottom. Ooh, clever move. They're going back to grab the camp. Usually the tribute starts about kind of what, 2:30, 2:45. Ooh, and they're going to stop them. Wow, that is a bold move here. But they force him off the camp. Diablo's coming back to support, but their team's not in position to really contest this. That's it. Dahaka does have a global, though. Li Ming and Lunara standing up top. Killing minions and burning down mana. Right, first tribute's up top. Nobody has any mercs pushing because of the steel down here. Not that that did that much. It did a little damage to a cannon tower, I suppose. Bit of a gutsy call walking across the map this early, but fair enough, I suppose. Oop. Oh, and that is a fair bit of CC going down on Greymane. Zarya's out front trying to do some tanking. Dahaka nowhere to be seen. Oh, there he's coming. Oop, and Dahaka's in behind. And there's Dahaka going down. Ariel should use her energy at some point. And they both kind of pushed each other off it for now. Looks like blue will get this one, but only... yeah, only just. That was a pretty close fight. I think red's signaling retreat. And Vala is being sneaky and grabbing some XP during the time, so now red team lost the tribute, but they're a little ahead in XP. Red's getting back to get mercs, using the Ariel Vala combo. That is so effective. More tank v tank action. With nobody winning or nobody doing any damage. So, there's the mercs for red coming in. Blue seems to have equalized the level lead by a bit of soak. Next tribute's up, and it's on red's side, just north of center. And the usual bush that somebody always hides in. Right? Everyone's tied up at levels. 8-8. Lunara's late coming in. Oh. And there's a... oh, and that's Zarya, or Greymane getting grabbed, rather. Just makes it out with a little bit of health. Lunara's down. Ariel's down. And there's Vala. Oh! And that is a 1 for 5. Well done, red. Yeah, they did a good job getting behind him and taking out the tanks. Oh, sorry, taking out the damage instead of the tanks. Circling back for Zarya last, it looked like. That'll give red a considerable advantage, because now they get to kill the mercs and push the lanes, and get level 10s a level ahead. This certainly puts blue team on the back foot here, but it is quite early. Those mercs got a fair bit done. Cannon towers are missing in the middle, but it probably wasn't worth a tribute. Huh? Here comes some kind of a gang squad, but Lunara's not buying it. Right, so next tribute is down on blue's side. There's already somebody waiting in the bush that somebody always waits in. Oh, wow, that was a deletion right there. Vala should not have face-checked that bush. Good setup by blue. Right. Red still a little bit ahead on levels. No bottom soak for blue. They are not too concerned with the level gap, I suppose. It's only half a level, I suppose. And they want the fort. Zarya standing out front and burning shields. Oh, fantastic hit by Valla. Taunted Valla. But no kills. Oh, and blue team's running. They'll probably get away with just the one loss. There's Varian getting pulled back, but not to any avail. And this will most likely go to red. I don't think blue can contest this. Not without Zarya. A bit of a skirmish and a fight, but I don't think blue is going to dive into that. A man down. And that will be a tribute for red. 2-2 tributes. Everything's pretty well tied up. Siege Giants grabbed. Everyone's playing rather cautious. Here comes a Dahaka grab. Don't think it'll work. I mean, Dahaka is just too tanky to fall for that. Oh. And that's Zarya in trouble again. This time without an ult. And this is blue is split a little here, and it's a 4v4. Zarya again in trouble, but oh, and there goes Stukov, I think. Oh, nice. Shield by Zarya. And somehow, wow. Somehow Stukov gets away and they get a kill. And there goes Varian running away. Nice shield. And a 1 for none with the tribute just getting poked at by 2 long-range assassins. Wow. Wound up being a 2 for none there. And blue will get the curse. Unless Ming can make it back in time. She's not going to engage. Don't know how Stukov got away from that one. That was so close. Would have been a different fight, too. Blue is pushing bottom heavily. Top is looking for a Lunara grab. And it looks like they'll get it. With some good body blocking and... oh my goodness. Yep, that just got her. It'll cost red a fort. So, blue has now taken the advantage back. Red's playing safe, sticking on the bottom. Blue looks like they're going to try for a boss. And red's doing the same. Everyone's grabbing their own boss. Or no, red's trying to trap. Oh, sorry, blue's trying to trap. Yep, they got vision up here now. They know they're not coming to try to contest. So, both bosses will be grabbed by their respective sides. Now, blue is choosing to go offensive with this, which might not be a bad idea. And they're just hoping they can swap out a keep for a fort. Dahaka grabs Lunara. Looks like the tank is doing a good job tanking. And it looks like that boss will grab the fort. Sorry, the keep and nothing else. Whereas, yep, the top fort is gone. So they swap the fort for the keep. All in all, probably a pretty decent move for blue. Red's now grabbing mercs again, using the Vala battery. And a tribute's going bottom. So everyone's grabbing their mercs, and I have a feeling everyone will meet there shortly. 16 to 17. Almost 17's all. Now the question is Red going to get there in time to actually meaningfully contest this? I guess Li Ming can stall forever. Unless she's silenced. That's Red diving in a little bit early because her damage isn't here yet. Oh, fantastic hit on Varian there, but it's not quite enough to kill him. And that Red just pushing blue right off the tribute. That was a very good play by them. And now it is their time to get some damage done. Merc v Merc in the middle. That's Dahaka leaving. Oh. Close to being in plain sight, but leaving. No more mercs mid. And Red is taking a chance to push mid. Probably a good decision. Blue is circling back in a defensive posture. They still have a couple of mercs in there somewhere. Oh, and that is Greymane taking a fair bit of damage, and Zarya pulled way out of position and killed. Oh, and that looks like bad news for Stukov. No, they couldn't quite get him. Oh, and that silence is gonna... Oh, that was brutal. That got both Vala and Oriel. Oh. Now Ming can't mount. Does a good shot at Greymane, though. Stukov is in the wrong position here. Ming looks like she's heading back for health. And the tanks are heading to the bottom. So, that evened things out a little bit for Red. Especially if they push here and grab this bottom keep, then they're... bottom fort, rather. Then they're only down a single keep. Which is bottom, which is strategically advantageous for blue, I guess, because they can grab their boss at any point and it doesn't have a keep to go through anymore. A lot more threatening that way. Speaking of which, bosses aren't up for another 45 seconds or so. Dahaka is being hunted and knows it. He's having no part of that. Everyone's circling the bottom. Blue's pushing bottom to let their catapults gain a bit of ground, and Red is intent on stopping this, but aren't all in position to. Diablo should be here if they're setting the trap. Oh, boy, that could have been dangerous. Oh, yep, here it is. There's the jump, and Ariel is getting badly hurt. Ming almost goes down. That's her, and there's the Apocalypse, which gets the stun out. Oh, Greymane jumping over the bush into Vala, and Diablo and Dahaka, the only ones to escape. That was just poor positioning by Red there. It's a fantastic idea to grab them, but they needed their tanks in a little bit better of a position. Oh, and we have one lever. Cryo leaving the game, and apparently a disconnect, I suppose. Right. Well, after that, things were looking up for Red after that that last engage. or sorry, after that last curse that almost tied it up, except for the missing keep. But that failed gank in the middle was just too bad. They should have either retreated earlier or I don't know, retreated earlier, or possibly just had Dahaka burrow in and get into the bush just that little bit earlier, so they could have had a drag and shut him up. That is nice about these league matches, is you can pause them for quite a serious amount of time without anyone getting mad. So at least they'll get a chance to log back in. All right. Very gentlemanly, these amateur leagues. So, blue bought themselves an advantage right at that last fight there. Was pretty even before then, but red's not out of it. They still have 2 keeps and are just down a little, so long as they can not lose too much right here. Equally, even if blue gets another tribute or 2, they're still a couple off from it. So red's got a little bit of ground. They can pull back. Make sure they protect their keeps as best as they can. Get the siege giants in the top lane, and kind of see if they can't work their way back into it. I think. So they're not out, but they are a little bit behind here. Should have wandered off and made myself tea, I think. And I just got my first follower on Twitch, I believe. So somebody else is enjoying watching this game. Well, if Dahaka and Diablo can push back here, they might have a shot. Oh, that was a good pushback by Stukov. Yeah, blue's just going for the throat right here. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, GG indeed. That was pretty close. Red had it at the beginning, Blue got the advantage a little later, and then red pulled it back to close to even, and then just that one bad engage in the middle. But that's how it goes late game when you get into these situations. If you have one bad engage and you're missing a keep, the enemy team can try to push for the win, I guess. Right. I'll turn up my volume a little. I'm hearing it fine, but I think it's pretty quiet. Just waiting on the invite again. Come on, gentlemen. Let's start the show. Right, for anyone watching this is a 5-minute delay on this. I set it extra high just to make sure that there wouldn't be any interference with the game. So, hopefully by the time you're listening to this, we're actually in the game and not just sitting in the menus. I'll switch to busy. Someone's probably just sorting out their connection issues, I guess. Yep. There we go. Yeah, they're a little worried that that we're cheating with this, and I can't blame them. I mean, you know, they're fair enough. As long as they're happy with me broadcasting on a 5 minute delay, I think that's all right. My first time broadcasting, anyways. So I don't even. All right. Okay. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Right, no Vala Ario combo this time. Okay. And no Lunara. Both teams seem to be taking, banning the the other team's good characters from last game. And again, both teams taking their time. This is a particularly good map for Nazebo because he can, if you get him in a rotation schedule, he can go mid and bottom and get all of his stacks rather quickly, or mid top for that matter. All of the tightly done maps seem to be good for that for Naz. Okay, there's the Uther pick. Uther and Stitches, hooks and stuns. So Blue's only got the Specialist, but Naz does really high damage, especially late game. Okay. Malfurion and Greymane. So, red team up for the ban. Probably at this point ban a tank, depending on which kinds of assassins you're going to go. Ban a Nubarak if you're going to go for Li Ming, and ban Joanna or someone if you're going to go for Vala. That's about the only other thing that that Blue still needs. Yep. Solid ban there. That's probably what I would have gone for, I think. Or maybe a Nubarak, because he's just annoying with that cocoon. There's the damage for red. Right, so double specialist for blue here with ETC for the Mosh. There are a number of ways they can stun ETC out of the Mosh. Stitches can pull, Kael'thas can lift, or do his gravity lapse, or the only way Uther can stun him is if he divine shields himself. Illidan can certainly hunt him, ETC. Doesn't look like there are any swaps. Okay, a double specialist team versus a little bit more standard single specialist and far more tanky team. Should be interesting. I got a text from a friend saying that apparently my audio's not working, so I fiddled with it. Okay.
Battle begins shortly.
Oop. We are missing one. So, it looks like Ian O'Neill on Malf, Jonesy is on, I think that's Illidan hiding back there. Terror's on ETC, Darzal is on Greymane, Mr. Nice Guy is on Sylvanas, and the other side, we got Cryo on Stitches. That must be the crashed guy on Kael'thas. Dastan on Zool. Malucho on Uther, and Ranja on Illidan. Sorry, that wasn't Illidan hiding back here then. That was Naz, wasn't it? Yep. I feel like I need a second caster sitting next to me because of all these pauses and waits. I can hardly have, like, you know, meaningful banter with myself. Okay. Looks like people are ready to go. Alright, here we go. They can unpause it. There's still another 30 seconds of the countdown for the countdown. Brilliant. Well done. Wouldn't want to miss any time to spin around in circles, right? Right.
Battle begins in 10 seconds.
Babakur on Kael'thas. And I'm completely mispronouncing everyone's name, by the way.
3, 2,
That's an abnormal start for Blue. They are starting up top this time.
Doing
Some crazy tower push. Oh, with the double specialist, they might just get away with it. Red being a lot more conservative, piling into a corner. There's the tower disable. And here they come to try to knock it off. ETC with the blast back. Oh! ETC knocks me out. He might, and he's not getting out of there. Tower more. Kael'thas went for contraction, so he's going to flame strikes. Let's see if Naz gets on a rotating schedule. Looks like he is. He's coming mid to grab Merc. Oh, no. Maybe not. Knocks out by himself. Greymane going to counter. And it looks like... Yeah, here's the rotation. Top, rather. Here they come. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Good shot by Greymane. ETC's making a damage point. A lot of living bombs. A lot of valiant kills out there. This is actually really hurting Red because they're not soaking bottom. They haven't swapped out anyone. Terror's getting beaten down. footprints, I think. This Illidan's in trouble with this Greymane. Nobody top for either team. Both still working in this rotation. Red trying to get some pressure on the bottom to take Greymane down. Again, a bit too tanky. Illidan grabbing the XP mid. Greymane sticking bottom. That would be a good chance for them to grab Greymane if they were on point with it. 17 gems anyway. They might be trying. Greymane is standing in. They seem to be pulling each other to a stalemate, more or less. Great hook right there. Managed to miss ETC. Whoop, and we have another lever. In Europe, that is. Okay. Well, looks like Cryo's having some problems with his internet connection. I mean, hardly a big issue. Just means a little more waiting. Ready, I guess. Let's see. And we're back. Switches his back. Still trying to do some kind of a rotation. Ooh, looks like Illidan got the best of Greymane there. A one-on-one showdown. Poison going on? Finally hands in his poison all the jewels. Everyone's being cautious. Except ETC, of course. crucifixion. Ooh, that was fantastic. Oh, but there goes Greymane for the dive. Greymane gets away, dropped. Good dive by Greymane there to go for a back line after the pull. Everyone was concentrating on the guy that got pulled in, and Greymane chose an opportune moment to go for the back line. Blue was the first one in. Stitches with the hook.
Descend upon the red
Making him land. Looks like Red is bottom of the top clearing. Bottom one dead. Gale Boss almost dead. Coming behind. Blue's either got to get moving or get fighting. One of the two. See how far they can push. Dangerous play. Might pan out for him. Red is confused about which way they were going. Trying to move some down. Stun on APC there. Blue has 10s. I'm guessing APC has more. Another flame strike. 16 for this quest. And Blue almost gets a piece on the first set of spiders, which is a pretty big push up top.
little spiders. Destroy them. Deliver the gates of power to my altar.
Blue is quickly going gloss. I don't think Red notices yet. Oh, they're starting to think something's up and they're heading up. Red could get there quickly. They just got 10s. One fell. They're looking at it. They gotta make their move or not. Not quite. Just a little late.
Upon the blue team.
Red gets the hand in at least, so they can concentrate on the claws while the Red Weaver team is down pretty quickly with that claw. Maybe fourth. Blasting. Basically trying to save the keep. Now Blue is on the defensive. Get back to clear up the Web Weavers that are there. Red's crowding together. Looking to take a fight. Zool got the majority of the gems. Great dodge there. Close quarters. Attack. Monster can just be particularly deadly. Red's on the third, they're pushed back. Blue has enough for a hand in. Naz would have handed in there, they would have had it. But it looks like Red's going to hand in up top. Be one single short. Blue is fine. Just a bit better gameplay this time from Blue. With Red just Oops, there's one. That will probably get you find a way. Red on the back foot. Blue looks like that final piece. I gotta admit, whenever I do a dual specialist, it never works for me.
Catch is ready to form again.
Blue seems to
Return the
have
gems to
found
me.
some kind of way to run this one. Maybe just on this map specifically. I'm looking for the game. Red is cleaning up the base, trying to push out the lanes. Blue is going to see the giant. And, I don't know, maybe the boss, or maybe just go for another hand-in. Equally, Red is one gem short of a hand-in. They could push mid, get the hand-in, and at least push out the lanes a bit. Try to force a team fight. They are a talent behind. Blue is going boss or trapping boss. One of the two. Red is falling for it. Oh, wow! Fantastic positioning on the boss behind ETC. Great, starting off pretty much took out Blue's team. Oh, Illidan just hops away to safety. Wow, that's huge for Red. They needed something to get back in it, and that'll just about do it. They're leaving the boss alone to go back and handle the mercs. So that's mercs and catapults. They'll have to do it. If they're quick, they might be able to save any real damage done to the core here. So, 4-man kill buys them some time. They could go for a hand in here. Try to trap Sylvanas. Zool can certainly grab her. Equally, they could push and take boss. It's not quite too late for that yet. Sylvanas is handing in. And there will be the one coin for the Web Weavers. Boy, that was great on Red's part, just activating the boss right behind the blue team. Just wound up the engage, Red's going to behind. Really down for the Valkyrian here. Next up goes the long. That one. dead. Valiant effort driving through everyone. You gotta get. And the web weavers are pushing the lanes. Ooh, back to 2. This is gonna be one hell of a comeback if Red can turn it around here. They're certainly looking like they're ready to try. Looks gorgeous. Get 2 forts out of this, and they get a slight lead as well. And Red has enough for another hint, and if they just go do it now, I think they're going to try. They're circling the top. Blue is countering, heading up, a little behind. Everyone's handing in except Kael'thas. Kael'thas is going
Deliver the
to...
gems to my altar before your enemies.
Zool would have started at the beginning there, they'd be in better shape. But it's enough for another hand in.
You've done well.
Blue.
My magic is yours.
I see. 6 seconds. Again.
Go, my web weavers.
Red's hanging out as a 5-man.
Blue team.
Because Blue has the 2 specialists. Great lane presence, but not all the damage. Red really needs to try to get a keep here, I think. The longer they stay in this position, the farther
Red team has destroyed.
unfortunate split for Red there.
My power reigns. Or face my wrath.
Well, that was a great series of plays by Red. Good enough to get them back in. Simply because they've got catapults in all 3 lanes.
Bring me their power.
So they're going to have to leave Zool behind to clean and play with a 4-man or something of the sort. Red's backing off. Blue's going for... might try to go boss, it looks like. At least that's what they're indicating. Tap the boss and they're starting. If they get the boss, this is pretty much game over. Red realizes it, they're going for it. That boss top should just about do it, I think. Unless they get the... Oh! Great board right through the
Hero slain.
Missed Mosh Pit. Boss will do the damage here. That should do it. Well, good games to all involved.